Good evening, everybody. This is Cruiser Chris from the Cruiser Chris World Network. And today we are continuing our series of Becoming a Ham. Today I will be telling you what the definition of these words are. They are FCC book terms. And I will also include a link into the book that I'm using to study for the amateur ham radio technician's license in the description box below. So these are the first 12 definitions. I'm going to move over a little bit so you can see me. These are the first 12 definitions here on the sheet, and because I have a visual impairment, it's easier for me to read the words by different color coding. So we do one set of words black, and then the other one red, and black, and red, and black, and red down the page. Without further ado, let me begin. It's also important to note that these are just the first 12. There are many more definitions besides just these first 12. So let's begin with the first definite word, and then I'll give you the definition. The first word is external RF power amplifier. And then we'll flip it over here. And as you can tell, the first word that I read to you, if you remember when I showed you this page a few seconds ago, it was red. And so I have color coordinated the definitions to collaborate with the same color as the word is that I read, also for easier location purposes. So an external RF power amplifier is a device capable of increasing the power output used in conjunction but not in conjunction but not an integral part of the transmitter. So it's basically a power booster to strengthen your signal's transmission strength from really low to medium or high power. And it is also very important that depending on what bands you are in, with the radio that you're using and the license that you have, you may only be able to use an external power RF amplifier at a certain level based on what your license covers. So now we will go to the second definition, and this one is in black, and it's the FAA. And of course, for those of you that don't know, the FAA stands for the Federal Aviation Administration. So basically, they are the ones that fly and are responsible for aircraft in the skies and traveling around the country. They also work very closely with the next they also work very closely with another agency, which we will get into here momentarily. The next definition, number 3, is an amateur service. The amateur service is a radio communications service for the purpose of self-training, intercommunications, and technical investigations carried out by amateurs, that is, duly authorized persons interested in radio. So basically what that means is it is a group of people that are in amateur radio that are responsible for communications and reviewing to make sure that the people are trained up the way they are supposed to be, and so and they're basically there to make sure that, like for example, if you're at a Boy Scout camp or a Cub Scout camp, they may have a person that comes out to your camping event one weekend and talks with you about training, about how the amateur radio bands work and what you need to do to get on the bands and stuff like that. So that's basically what an amateur radio service is. The fourth definition is an earth station. So we move to the fourth definition. And it says, alright. I'm gonna do number 3 again, because I didn't read that correctly. So, number 3 is an amateur service. There was 2 pages of the definition. So let me read that to you again. And an amateur service is a radio communication service for the purpose of self-training, intercommunications, and technical investigations carried out by amateurs, that is, duly authorized persons interested in radio. And here's the second part of the definition. Technique solely with a personal aim and without cursory interest. So that's what the third definition is. Definition number 4. Alright. First I'll give you the word. Is Earth Station. So here's the definition for an Earth station. So the definition for an Earth station is an amateur station located on or within 50 kilometers of the Earth's surface, intended for communications with space stations or with other Earth stations by means of one in space. So, like, for example, I know some people that are communicating with satellites, maybe in one part of the country, and then they're communicating through a satellite with maybe another person in a different part of the country. That is a example of an Earth station. In other words, they're using their equipment, it's being transmitted up to a satellite, then the satellite is taking the signal from the person A and transmitting it from the satellite down to person B, and it is heard by then person B. It also works the opposite way. Person B will transmit back up from his equipment to the satellite, and it will come back down to person A. So then, moving on to the fifth definition, and I'll give you the word here again. The fifth word is CSCE. And here's the definition of a CSCE. That is basically a successful a certificate that demonstrates successful completion of an exam. So that is what CSCE is. So I will say that again. That is certificate that is demonstrating of a successful completion of a amateur ham radio test exam. Okay. The next definition is FCC. And And the FCC is basically the Federal Communications Commission, and they are responsible for the regulation of the amateur ham radio bands in the United States of America. They're also responsible for maintaining and ensuring that everybody stays within a certain protocol in the United States, and as well as making sure that everybody that says that they are licensed is licensed, and many other things. But the FCC is basically the regulatory authority over the amateur ham radio bands here in the United States of America. So if you have any questions about ham radio, what it takes to get a license, if you want to go to the FCC website, you can find out all that you need to know about getting an amateur radio license. I know that I said I had 12 definitions, but this one only has 6, so I'm not gonna hold you guys up any longer. I'll come back with another video in the next couple of days to continue the definitions. But for right now, we hope that you have enjoyed watching this video, and we would invite you to become a part of the Cruiser Chris World Network. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any suggestions or ideas for the next video in this series, or any future videos that you think that we could do to help further the education of not only me but other amateur radio operators, please drop us an email at the email address that will be located in the description box. Once again, I will also locate and give to you a link for the books that I am using to study for my technician's license in the description box. We hope that you have enjoyed these videos and found them beneficial for you. If you would like to, you can email us at that email address, which will be located in the description box. But until the next video, happy transmitting and stay safe, happy, and healthy. This has been another presentation of the Cruiser Chris World Network, and we will see you in the next video. 73s, and take care, everybody.